Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final match today in the quarterfinals. This is going to be Belgium versus Germany in the losers bracket. This is your caster Snow Leopard, and I am here with Nurse Hyperion. How are you doing today?
Hey guys, I'm going very, very well. I'm very excited for this match. It's going to be very, very interesting. So this is a losers bracket, so unfortunately one of these are going to be going home.
Yeah, we're going to see another match where it's similar flags, but one vertical, one horizontal. So can never go wrong with a match like that. Belgium and Germany, both pretty strong teams. I think Germany may have a slight edge here, but we have seen Belgium show up a lot so far this tournament.
Yeah, Belgium have been they've done really, really well. They, in their original first round, they had 2 wins and the loss against Poland. They did go 6-0 against China, which I don't think anyone was really surprised about, but they did put up a very, very good show. Germany, however, they also had 2 wins and a loss. They lost their match against Taiwan 5-4, and they did lose their match against Mexico 6-2. So yeah. This is going to be a very, very interesting match.
Yeah, we've seen both teams, like you said, with some wins and some losses. Some of them more interesting than others. So I think really it's anyone's game right now. We'll just have to see who wins out for this quarterfinals match.
Absolutely, absolutely. So obviously Belgium, as we say, have done absolutely brilliant. I think they even surprised themselves, and I'm sure there were quite a few people that didn't think that they would make it to this round of 16, and everyone has been very, very impressed with them so far.
Yeah, I've watched a couple of the Belgium matches. I haven't seen as many of the Germany matches, but yeah, Belgium definitely showing up a lot. I think, like you said, a lot of people are surprised they made it to the quarterfinals, and honestly, I think they have what it takes to make it to the semifinals. But Germany is going to be a tough opponent to beat. I think Absolutely. In general, they would probably have the slight edge. I mean, just based on seeding alone, I believe it's top seed versus unseeded.
Yes, Belgium were unseeded, which I think is part of the reason that nobody expected them to get quite this far. But it's going to be tough for them, and I wish them all of the best luck in the world to get through this and keep on going strong. Belgium can do it.
Absolutely. We've seen crazier things before, and let's hope we can see some crazy things again this match. It looks like we're going to be switching over to our warm-ups in just a second here.
So how is everyone in chat? How are you guys doing? Are you enjoying our Catch World Cup at the moment?
Yeah, put your predictions in chat on who you think is going to take the win for this one. Because I think it's pretty 50-50.
And everyone put in all of your cheers and your loves for the team that you are wanting to win. Give them all of the luck that they need.
So far, I've seen a couple for Belgium and a couple for Germany, so definitely looks equally split in chat as well.
It's like we're getting into the warm-ups now.
See an interesting warm-up pick.
Whose warm-up pick is this?
I think Belgium. But, a map by Touch Me. Which I don't remember which country Touch Me's from. I recognize the name.
Yeah.
But I think typically red team gets warm up first, so.
It's Auto LS from Hong Kong. I knew I recognised the name. Should do, really. Well known.
Oh, good old name changes. They always get me. So I know a lot of old names, and then I know the players as their new names, but I don't always make the connection. Mm-hmm. I had like a gap in playing around like 2015 to 2017. I had a big gap in playing, so it's like I know all these old names and all these new players.
It's like, where did this person come from? Oh, actually, didn't you know that it was this person? Like, oh, I understand now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, so that's why I recognize both. And they seem really familiar. Yeah, that's why. Because it's the same person.
Yeah.
Looks like we're going to be hopping into this first warm-up.
Get this underway.
Looks like we have Inryuka in right now. I'm wondering if we're going to get Inryoka as well.
Just to confuse us.
Yeah, I know. I'm familiar with Inryuka, but I'm actually not as familiar with Inryoka. I know both are well-known players, but I've talked with Inryuka quite a bit. Never Inryoka.
Just like dash www and www dash.
Oh, there's so many of those. You can just start saying like W and then the number of them, so like W5.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, it appears the players are ready this time. We should be jumping in.
Get this match underway. I was actually unironically listening to the Meow Meow song today.
I played that yesterday when it got mentioned, and I was like, "Oh my god, this song is so cute!" I was happy that it came in again last match. I hope we can get the song playing again today. Chat seems to like that song as well.
It's been very, very popular. Not quite beating out on Pepe, but it's pretty close. So a nice 8.1 star map to get us started.
Yeah, definitely interesting lyrics so far. Oh, this is actually a Camellia song I'm not familiar with, interestingly. Song's also going to be about 4.5 minutes, so a nice and long warm-up for everybody to get nice and toasty warm.
Sure they're ready for the match ahead. Oh, Auto LS is like, my map!
We got Auto LS in chat, here we go. Touch Me himself.
This isn't a very sleepy song. No, this started out sleepy, but you should know if it's got Camellia in it that it's not going to be a sleepy song the whole way through.
Oh yeah, it'll pick up for sure. You can always count on that with Camellia songs.
They're bangers of songs though.
That is true, yeah. I have a lot of Camellia songs in my song library, whatever, I don't know what it's called when you have beat maps. Songs folder.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Hinoshi, the Mapball Showcase is at 2 p.m. Eastern, or UTC 6 p.m. So hopefully after this match. It all depends on how many maps we get to see as to how long this will go on though.
Yeah, I believe this should round up right against it. Yeah, so we have about an hour and a half allotted for this match, and depending on how long this goes, we should be starting with the showcase pretty much on time. Last match took just a little over an hour, so it's definitely possible that we could get there on time. But if we go to tiebreaker, which would be pretty hype, we may go a little bit past.
That would be insane. I don't think I've casted during a tiebreaker yet, so that would be interesting.
Casted one or two, and I can remember one for sure. I want to say there was another one though, so they're pretty exciting.
I remember I was watching a match last night, and I can't remember who it was against, but there was the last quarter of the song left, and they were tied on spin and accuracy, and oh my gosh, it was so tense. Oh, it was the USA match.
Yeah, I saw that score in the match feed. It was super close.
That was a tight match.
So Germany doing pretty well on this pick so far. Might be evident of them playing maybe some hard rack picks later on, as this is pretty high AR. Or double time, you know, either way.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I was just kind of saying that this is a very long song, but they seem to be coping relatively well with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of misses across the board from everybody, but yeah, overall, Germany doing pretty well.
But this is an 8.1 star map, so...
Yeah, definitely much better accuracy than Belgium's squad showing right now. Got 98, 98, 97 versus 98, 88, 91.
And we go back to being sleepy again.
Nap time.
Can't nap. Just started.
I know, I was thinking about maybe napping after this match, but now I made some coffee, so I might skip that nap.
It's going to be wide awake.
Oh yeah. I got some new audio gear coming in the mail anyway, so excited to check some of that out.
You getting all professional.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a nice little mic arm and a pop filter so I can get close and personal with everybody here.
Okay, so the other warm-up's not so intense. Still 6.9 stars, which is still decently hard, but it's only 2 minutes in length, so
yeah, we're gonna bump the AR down to 9.4.
Kofu, I don't have my own warm-up downloaded. Oh my goodness. I think it was last year in CWC. I can't remember what map it was, but one of the players said, "Oh, I don't even have this map downloaded," and they went through to SD the map. It's like, oh my goodness, how?
I've seen that happen in a couple of tournaments before, and it's always a mix-up between if they're actually just crazy and get the site read FC, or some people will delete the maps right before the match just to mess with their opponents and have to download it in the lobby.
It's a clever tactic to try and knock people off their stance.
Yeah, and with Kofu saying that this is his map, that last warm-up might have actually been Germany's, which would mean this one's Belgium's.
Yes.
But it normally went red then blue, but perhaps I'm mistaken on that.
This song is a good song to dance to.
It does have a catchy beat. I wish I could tell by the language whose pick it is, but unfortunately, very similar languages, and I'm not all that familiar with either one.
So we're on the second warm-up, just about to start, as you guys know. So you know what that means. It means you need to get your role predictions in. We need to see them.
Oh, absolutely. I know we're looking for our tie on 66, because we had the tie on 99 and 33.
I saw that someone was saying that they were saving that for the grand finals. They were saving the tie for then.
Yes. As we all know, this tournament is scripted, so I could see that being in there. And maybe they'll throw us off and it'll just be in the finals.
Totally not scripted. What is the background for this map, though?
is very interesting.
It looks like evil Santa Claus.
Yeah, it kind of does. I like it though.
Goodness.
Hyper claws, glowing red eyes.
Oh, roll 199.
Yeah, actually, we were talking about the tie roll yesterday when that happened, and it's actually not that crazy of odds. It should be about 1 in 100 chance that there's a tie roll. So you imagine if there's 100 matches, which I don't know how many total matches there are in CWC, but if there was 100 matches, odds would be in favor for at least one tie to come out. However, I know there's definitely not 200 matches in CWC, so for 2 ties to have already happened is pretty significant.
I'm not quite sure what... Coco is just wiggling all over the place. I'm not quite sure.
Might just be having fun.
He's trying not to show just how good he is. Trying to put the Germans at ease. And then he's gonna come in and bam! Clear the table.
Now he's playing Dodge the Beat.
I find Dodge the Beat harder than Catch the Beat.
Honestly, sometimes it really is. What always impresses me is players who, there's a few players out there that will strive to full combo a song but miss as many droplets as they can.
Yeah, so they get the full combo, but they get a D or something.
Yeah, so they're like at the top of the leaderboard, but with a D. Everyone else up there has like S's.
Oh my goodness.
It's another
it looks like
tactic.
Belgium are sad. Okie dokie, so it looks like Quinton's rolled a 15.
Pretty low roll there.
We've had things lower, so Quinton said it's tactical.
The tactical low roll.
Is that another tie?
That is a tie. That is a tie at 15.
Oh my goodness.
So Quentin's gonna roll a 9. We'll have to see what comes next.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, 9. Let's get the double tie.
Keep it going. Keep it going.
He's gonna get 36.
Yeah, 36. Oh my goodness.
So that is gonna be Germany winning the roll. So we're gonna see a ban from Belgium first, then Germany, and then Germany's first pick.
So just having a quick look at the German and Belgian bans previously. Germany don't really have a specific pattern when it comes to banning. It seems that they just ban whatever the other team believe they will find easier, because Germany have a very good all-around team.
Okay.
And they have actually banned Hidden 2, which is Golden Slaughter, which I believe is our most banned map in this round.
Yeah, I believe that ban came out from Belgium.
Was it Belgium?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was Belgium. And then we're going to see what Germany bans now. Although I think Belgium has banned Hidden a lot, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Belgium have banned 2 nomads and 2 hidden in their maps, so maybe they feel they're not as strong on hidden as they are on the other mod.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. Curious to see what Germany is going to ban now, since, as you were saying, they typically have been banning what the opponent is good at. Although I thought Belgium was particularly good at Nomad and Hidden, which is interesting that that's the only thing they've been banning.
I know that Belgium have been very, very good at Nomad, so maybe Germany might consider banning a Nomad in the hopes of taking that away from... Germany banning Nomad to take that away from Belgium.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad choice, seeing as there is 6 Nomad maps, so for teams that are just good at Nomad, they can get all of their points just from Nomad alone.
Just waiting for this ban to come in. And they're going to ban Nomad 6.
Zine calling us out.
Yes. We didn't say that they weren't good at hidden and no mod. They said that they had most often banned hidden and no mod.
It looks like Nomad 6. I didn't actually see it in chat, but it looks like Nomad 6 is what was picked.
Yeah. Belgium are good at being confirmed.
Kafu says they went from a Nomad team to a hidden team. Well, I expect to see some Nomad and some hidden out of Belgium today.
Show us all.
Or you can go the route of Russia and just prove us wrong and pick like double time or something.
I wonder whether double time one will be picked in this match.
I hope so. That sounds fun. I'd also like to see double time 3 as well. One is particularly catchy, and I love to see chat talk about it.
So we are going with Hidden 1, which is Mega Neko Nova matched by JB Hyperion.
Our very own JBH, the man, the myth, the legend.
So that has been picked 4 times in this round.
That sounds pretty fun. Pretty sure
very,
I
very
could score an overdose. Not with hidden though. I would be a little scared to play this with hidden, but I'm also not a hidden player.
The whole reason I couldn't play in CWC, apart from the fact that I'm nowhere near good enough for this, is I've tried playing with mods and it's just not possible for me.
Yeah, I'm not a strong mod player either in general. I think I can do okay on like double time on hard rock, nowhere near CWC level, but no mod, I'm getting there. Definitely not quite there yet, but maybe another year or two.
Everyone's saying that Mega Neko is a great artist. I completely agree. Mega Neko does some amazing, amazing stuff.
Can only imagine how many times Nurse has had to listen to Mega Neko while JBH is mapping all day long.
Luckily enough, he maps in headphones and I'm in a completely different room, so I don't have to hear it.
Well planned. Would expect nothing less from you two.
Oh, Kofu in chat. Kofu saying they were calm 5 minutes before the match and now they're shaking. It's okay, we have faith in you, Kofu. You can do it.
Kofu not actually playing right now, though, so we do have Count Spatula in Zend and Quentin. See a couple misses coming out early from both teams, mostly Belgium, though.
Yeah, Germany still holding 2 FCs, but Belgium are really struggling to hold on to a combo at the moment.
Yeah, Quentin all the way down to 91%, so that's not even an A ranking right now. Just not what you really want to see when Germany all at 99 plus.
Oh, Count Spatula just getting over that 200 and then dropping again. This must be very nerve-wracking for both teams, but I think Belgium in particular.
Yeah, they're kind of up against a giant here. Hopefully they can become the Goliath, take them down.
Everyone's saying, Belgium, take my energy. Take the energy.
Zend doing pretty strong. He's almost at a 500 combo, which isn't quite full combo. I think he had one early miss. But yeah, the other two on the Belgium squad having a bit rougher of a time.
And unfortunately, while those other 2 players on Belgium not quite hitting that 200, the score will just keep pulling away from them.
Yeah, Germany with a pretty big score lead at this point. Just over 300,000, I believe. And there's not a ton of map left. We're below a quarter.
Lumate and Vinci do drop, so I don't believe that Marv Mallow does have a full combo, but I think they're had a pretty early miss and they've made it all the way back up again. But I think they're just far too far in the lead now to be able to capitalize off any drop.
Yeah, I believe Marvmello did have an earlier miss. I think Loom was the one holding the full combo until he finally dropped. But yeah, Germany's still very far ahead of Belgium at this point, and the song's about to end. These last few jumps, and that is going to be a first point for Germany.
Yeah, that is a win by 968,000 points. So it seemed that Belgium, in particular, Quintin, really struggled with that map.
Yeah, 54 misses. It's not the way to pull the win, but no worries. That was Germany's pick, so maybe we were indeed wrong, and Belgium is not a hidden team.
And they have moved straight on. Like we assumed they would. They've gone for that no mod for Anti-Crystal, which is another brilliant map.
Yeah, we've seen this one come out quite a bit. Team Philippines Overdose.
So playing to their strengths, trying to take that point away from Germany.
See Belgian hero come in.
Yeah. We've got loads of love in chat for Belgium.
Yeah, I think Belgium is kind of like the fan favorite just because they are the underdog. They are the unseeded team going up against a top seed. So
this was always going to be a very tough match for them.
Yeah, I think especially just because how far they've gotten so far when no one expected it. You want to see it keep going, so everyone's excited to see what they can do and how much longer they can hold out. I mean, quarterfinals already very impressive. That's top 8 in the world. But if you can make it to the semifinals, I mean, that's top 4. So
yeah, I think the thing that Belgium really need to do now is not let the last match discourage them and just keep moving forward and keep pressing on and giving it their all.
Yeah, hopefully they shouldn't be taking that last loss too hardly because it was Germany's pick, so it's definitely a song they may have not been prepared to play themselves. So what would probably blow their confidence more is if they lose this point. So hopefully they can get this point on their pick and kind of just go from there.
Yeah.
Pretty slow start. Is going to speed up and get into some pretty wild jumps. Then we get some really weird kind of wiggle jumps at the very end.
Keeps you on your toes.
Oh yes. Had a very rough time trying to play this map myself. I think, if I'm not mistaken, JVH also has a difficulty on this map, doesn't he?
He does indeed. This was for the Catch Mapping World Cup. This song was chosen, and after the round was over, they decided to combine the maps that were made by other countries and make a set out of it. So, Lume will find a miss. I actually didn't see that. So that will go in Belgium's favour.
Yeah, that's actually... That is definitely the miss that Belgium was hoping for. That puts them in a pretty decent lead here. Lume just now going to be getting back to that 200 combo, which will kind of freeze that score difference. But Belgium in a really strong position if they just hold on and don't make any misses.
Which we know is much easier said than done. Oh, but
yep, Sarah finds it though.
And Quintin finds one not long after that as well, which is... There are quite a few drops. Belgian hero. There is now no combos over 200 on the side of Belgium, whereas Marvmello is still holding a full combo.
Yeah, I think Belgium hero almost failed there. I don't think he quite hit it, but I didn't see it fully. Either way, he's back now, so it wouldn't be an issue. But yeah, definitely some difficulty in that last little section.
I don't think Puff's very happy with me. I cursinated. I'm sorry.
This makes you a real caster. You now have your license to cast, or license to curse, more like.
So Marv still holding that SS.
Yeah, this is another slow section, and then we're going to get into those really weird kind of wiggle jumps. So I'll have to see if Marv can hold on for that.
He's obviously very excited.
Yeah. Germany does have a pretty strong lead now, just because Belgium did find quite a bit of misses right around the middle of the map. So they're going to need a lot of misses from Germany to try and take it back. However, if there's any section that could pull that out, it is definitely going to be this next section here.
Quentin finding another miss. At the same time, Lumi misses at, I think, exactly the same time.
Yeah, definitely some weird wiggles, and Lumi's going to drop again, but it's not going to be enough for Belgium, as Quentin is also just trading those drops back.
Marv is just too strong.
Yeah, Marv Mello really shown up on this one. That was an FC, I think, possibly an SS? Yeah, it is an SS. Didn't even drop a single droplet on those really weird kind of wiggle snaps at the end there.
So that is a win for about 284,000 points in Germany's favor.
Yeah, Belgian hero saying had a choke moment from stress, and you can see that on the chart where he was doing really good, had one kind of weird section where he almost failed, if not actually failing, and then immediately came back and was holding on pretty strong for the rest of the match.
It's
bit unfortunate there. It is tough. I mean, tournament nerves are super real.
I was saying just before we went live, like, just casting makes me nervous. So playing, my goodness.
I was playing in the 4-digit player tournament, and I was nervous for that. You know, that's should be low stakes for me being almost 3-digit. But yeah, I can't imagine playing CWC. I would have incredible nerves.
Looks like they're going to choose Tomodachi no Uta, which is our hidden 3.
So yeah, Germany found some good success, pretty strong success actually, on their first hidden pick. So they're going to go for the second one here.
And it looks like they're going to trade Sarah for Zing.
Yeah, Germany, at least so far, appears to be holding in all the same players.
Oh, Count Specialist saying, at least I get to fail on a fun map.
Yeah, Belgium not looking super excited about this next hidden pick. And if their last hidden matchup is anything to go on, it doesn't surprise me too much there. It does not look like hidden is actually their strong suit. Though I can relate to that a lot. I also would, I would fail almost every song in this pool for sure in hidden.
I think I'd have failed a lot of songs in the just in the first pool.
Yeah, my hidden performance is just ugh. I don't even like looking at it in local scores, let alone on a world stage. Vinci actually gonna find a early drop there. Oh, Spatula and Quentin are going to trade.
It's not so much of a big deal before 200. It's if it's just after the 200, then it's going to really, really hurt the score.
Yeah, it also definitely hurts if your opponent is at that 200 and you keep missing, because that's longer and longer that you have to build back up to 200 while they're taking that advantage. And that is what we're seeing with Lume right now, where he's above the 200. No one else is. Belgium with a lot of misses, so pretty big score advantage going over to Germany right now.
So Vinci's just hit over that 200 mark, so they are going to be getting the maximum amount of score. It seems that a lot of players are struggling a little bit with this song.
Yeah, definitely an interesting pick from Germany. Perhaps they knew that their performance wasn't going to be like incredibly strong, but that it would be better than Belgium's. You have to imagine with how well Germany did on hidden the last time, if they're struggling on this map, you would definitely think Belgium would be struggling as well.
Yes. And that's the thing with Belgium. They're as a they're very, very good all-round players. So if sometimes it's just a case of what do we feel we would be good at that the other team would be worse at.
Yeah, that is for sure. Yeah, Germany, very decisive lead right now. Yeah, like 600,000 score lead at this point, coming into the end of the song. So that...
And yeah, it looks like Germany is going to take this point again. Quentin seemed to be really, really struggling with that.
Yeah, we're gonna see about like a 640,000 advantage to Germany, which I believe is even bigger than the last one. Although luckily for Belgium, I think that's the last available Hin song. Yeah, because Hin 2 was banned, so no more Hin left on the board for Germany to get some freebies with.
And it looks like they're going to pick No Mod 1.
We're switching to our break scene for some reason.
Maybe we just have a little bit of technical difficulty, which it wouldn't be Catch World Cup if there wasn't a little bit of technical difficulty.
Technical difficulty while streaming? Never. That's like a trademark of being a streamer, is just running into technical difficulties. It happens.
If you don't have technical difficulties when you're streaming, then I think you are probably the luckiest person in the world.
Yeah. You have to ask yourself at that point, are you really streaming?
Oh wait, no, I'm actually just talking to a camera in my room. I didn't press go live. How does this work?
Oh, that would be the worst. Can you imagine doing like a nice 3-hour stream and then you're just like, oh, I didn't press go live.
I wonder why no one was chatting to me.
Yeah, I thought I just wasn't popular today. So Belgium are going to pick Asking Alexandria Closure, which is our No Mod 1. Yeah, I believe that's No Mod 1.
Which is actually our least picked map.
Which I find really surprising because I personally enjoy this map a lot. I played it when it first got ranked. There's another difficulty of this as well that's also pretty fun, so I expected it to be picked quite a bit. It is a 4-minute map though, so...
It's a very, very good consistency pick.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is definitely one where like you could just practice it for a bit and then be pretty comfortable with it. But I mean, then again, 4 minutes long on the world stage with nerves going and just in general, have to worry about your endurance for an entire match. I guess, yeah, not as surprising that it isn't picked, but I don't know. It'd be one I would pick.
Quentin finding a couple of early misses right there. But Vinci also finding. So we have Lume and Marvmallow on the side of Germany still holding that full combo, whereas it's only Sarah holding that full combo on the side of Belgium.
And I believe this was Belgium's pick, so we're hoping for a bit less misses from Belgium's side. But Seraph is doing pretty good so far. We just need Quentin and Belgian Hero to bring those combos back up themselves. Vinci has recovered, so actually all 3 players in Germany's squad doing pretty well now, well above the 200 combo. Quentin is going to get there. Although he's going to drop, so I've cursed it.
Snow's not allowed to talk anymore. You keep cursing Belgium.
I'm sorry, Belgium. Take my energy. I'll have to be silent. Alright, I got to curse Germany now, so I got to talk about how Lume and Marvmellow still with the full combos. We're getting into a pretty jumpy section here. Definitely very easy to drop on some of these wiggles. We are going to navigate pretty well. Vinci also not finding any new misses yet. It's not working.
Belgian
Germany-
hero just overdashed that note there and managed to find another miss.
Yeah, Germany is just impervious to my curses. Perhaps why they're such a strong team. They know how to get around the cursinators.
They have anti-curse armor.
Yeah. Too strong. Please nerf. About a little less than 250,000 score difference here. About 220,000, I think.
Marv and Lumate still holding on to their full combos.
Yeah, Seraph as well, actually, though. So, I mean, Belgium has a chance here, but they are going to need to see some misses coming from Germany as we are in the last quarter of the map. Germany not showing any signs of a miss right now, though.
They look strong.
Yeah.
Belgium, take my energy.
Yeah, Belgium looking pretty decent right now as well. We are going to see a miss from Vinci finally. Although it wasn't one of their full combo players, those two still holding on just strong. And it's not going to be enough for Belgium to come back.
No, with how little of the song there is left. Belgium also finding a miss there as well.
Yeah, so that's going to seal the fate for Belgium. This is going to be 4-0 Germany. Germany's pick coming up next. But Belgium not lagging too far behind with the exception of the hidden picks. So I think they still have a chance. They just need to fix up some of those misses. Dot the I's, cross the T's, and get a point going.
Yep, so it was about 247,000 points in between them, but Belgium played very admirably in that one.
Yeah, Seraph actually with the full combo. Unfortunately, Marv and Lume also with the full combo kind of cancels that out.
Send all the love.
Have to see what Germany goes for now that all of the hidden picks are gone. They're going to have to switch it up and try for something different.
Sarah says that Quinton owes him a beer. I think Belgium definitely deserve a beer after this.
Oh yeah. And with Seraph getting that FC, which I imagine is what that beer is for, I can say definitely a well-deserved beer. Quentin with the "it is what it is." It is what it is.
JBH, can someone owe me a beer, please? No, not allowed.
You gotta send JBH his food stipend for the week. Stipend.
Hey, I bought him McDonald's last night. He's fine.
But did you get him a Happy Meal? Did you get his toy?
I did not, unfortunately. He had chicken nuggies.
Alright, that's close enough. We have our ref outrolling Belgium. Not a good sign. Obviously, ref bias, and Belgium is just going down according to the script. So we're going to see Nomad 2 coming out from Germany. Interesting that they're going to pick Nomad. This is Izanami no Nageki.
Let's go, boy.
Absolutely. Mentioned it last match. So a lot of good Izanami, whatever, Izanami underscore songs, all coming from Neko Mata, and they're all pretty fun. See someone in chat saying this song is Pog. I would agree. Can recommend Izanami's Whale. It's the other song I was referencing earlier, if you enjoy this one. They sound very similar. I must say Izanami's Well has a much cuter background. There's a nice little dog in it.
Yes, Peth's saying it's comeback time.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to see a comeback and a tiebreaker out of Belgium. I mean, they could honestly even shut them down 6-4, but I would imagine Germany can at least get one more point by the end of this.
Unfortunately, Quintin finding a miss there just as everyone hits around about that 200 combo, which is going to hurt Belgium quite a bit.
Yeah, the Germany squad, triple double S. Every time I say triple double, it reminds me of the triple double crunch wrap from Taco Bell. Totally not an ad. I'm not being paid by Taco Bell. I used to be paid by Taco Bell. I actually worked there for 2 years.
I've been in the US for over a year and I've never been to Taco Bell.
Oh, you have to try it. It's so good. I mean, it's fast food, so it's what you'd expect from fast food, but as far as fast food goes, it's good.
So Seraph will be finding some more misses, and it looks like Lume playing on their own.
Yeah, he did find a miss, though, actually, right before that drop. Maybe Germany's so powerful that when Lume finally misses, it just crashes the whole server. That's why Lume had the full combo last time. He didn't want to crash the server too early. So he's going to be taking a bit of a cooldown while everyone else catches back up. Maybe. Actually, I don't know, because it's... Yeah, Lume should be paused right now while everyone's catching up.
Oh, Lume's finished.
Alright, yeah. Lume said, I'm not waiting for you guys. See you later.
I'm done.
Yeah. He had to pee really bad, so he's like, I'm finishing and I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Marvelmello taking the slow but steady race to the end.
So it looks like Germany will take this as well with a point lead rather, about 232,000 points.
Yep, Marvelmello finally finishing out with, I believe, a full combo. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to see 2 full combos from Germany against 0 from Belgium.
They've chosen DT1!
Ooh. Meow meow.
Meow meow!
Everybody get your cat spam in chat.
This is like Kero's hat.
Yeah, it's like the cat version. It's like cat versus frog. I'll throw some of my cats in chat myself. I know Puffbug loves that emote. Puffbug embracing the incoming spam, saying, "Here we go, chat. You know what to do."
Quintin, it's for the fans. Thanks for making our CWC so enjoyable. We appreciate your support a lot.
Aww,
that's so lovely.
Belgium going out on a banger, quite possibly. Maybe this is their secret strategy. They're gonna pull out the win now, empowered by the meow.
Oh heck yeah! I was listening to this unironically earlier.
I played it last night. It was pretty fun. I can't do it with double time, but it's fun with no mod. This is a good song from Dapolis.
JBH, I just want to hug everyone from Team Belgium. They're so nice. I know, right? They are so cute.
Belgium is the new Canada. Everyone's too nice. Enrique says lobby is weird. Too much love going through the lobby. Or perhaps someone's bugged out. Looks like there might be a 4v3 right now. We learn meowing together. Meowing, meowing, meowing together.
I can't help but sing along, it's too cute.
I know, I'm trying to stop myself from singing along as well. I can assure you my singing is not something you want to hear.
Their strategy is being too cute, so the opponent unconsciously plays worse.
Yes, they're going to be too distracted by the cat and singing along. Belgium's actually going to sneak a point here. Looks like
we're having issues.
Yeah. So maybe that's actually what Enryuka meant by lobby is weird. Apparently saying, yeah, Vinci left, but it's still in the lobby. We do only see Lume showing up for Germany right now, so it's like a bit of lobby issues that are getting fixed up right now.
Lume's going to tank it all on their own.
An absolute legend.
Time for the reverse sweep.
Kafu. Wait, let me copy paste the lyrics. It's absolutely the strategy with this song.
You know when it comes up, when literally there is just a spam wall of text.
Yeah, and Mad C6 in the chat saying of all lobbies to wait in, this is the best one. I would agree. This is the one song we all want to be hanging out with.
The conclusion to the Frog versus Cat War is that they all become friends and started a band. Perfect. Perfect.
Got Walter blaming German internet. When in doubt, blame German internet or Polish internet.
It's fine, it's fine.
Alright, looks like everybody is going to be ready up. We're going to see Lume, Vinci, and Enryuka. Not to be confused with Enryoka.
Everyone give your energy to Belgium. Give them all your love.
I'm drinking coffee right now in support of Kafu. Told me his nickname in a different server is Coffee with a K.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna have Quentin, Seraph, and Kofu in for the Belgium squad, and let's hope they can pull off something crazy. We're going to see an early miss from Lume and Vinci, right around the 100 combo mark, so Belgium a bit of an advantage. Quentin is going to trade, but Vinci trading right back.
I told you, Belgium are going to come forward strong.
Yeah, maybe this was actually the secret strategy the whole time. We would talk about Nomad and Hinge, but in fact, Belgium was a double-time team this whole time.
Seraph will find a miss. So only Kofu and Enryuka holding that full combo there.
Yeah, combo advantage going over to Germany right now. I believe it was on their side before Quentin dropped, but not by a ton. Mm-hmm. Now it's a little more decisively on their side, and they are going to take the advantage.
Yeah, with everyone on Team Germany holding their combo over that 200 point, which means they are getting the maximum points per fruit.
Yeah, Kofu gonna drop now as well, so no more full combos on Belgium's side. They held on very strong for the first half of the map, struggling a little bit more in the second.
Kofu will find a miss, which means there are no full combos on the side of Belgium.
Seraph can also find a miss. Quentin holding on pretty strong right now. Only one above 200 on his squad. Vinci is gonna find a drop. I don't know if it's gonna be enough at this point. Probably not. I would like to believe, but we are in the last about 10 to 15% of the map. And Enryuka and Lume looking very strong for Germany.
Enryuka still with that SS currently.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Lume and Enryuka were prepared to play this song at some point. Enryuka gonna finish with the double S. And unfortunately, that will seal the fate for Belgium one last final time. And we're going to see Germany moving on to the semifinals in the loser bracket. And unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to Belgium.
But an absolutely amazing wonderful. Round of applause to Belgium for how far they've come in the competition. You've done yourselves very, very proud, and you should be very, very, very proud of everything you've achieved.
Oh, absolutely. A unseeded team making it to the quarterfinals, top 8 in the world. Extremely impressive, to say the least. And yeah, I think even in this match, they didn't score any points, but they did pretty well. They came pretty close a number of times. And overall, yeah, just very strong performance.
And a massive well done to Germany for making it through, making it forward.
Yeah, so we are going to see Germany going on to the semifinals. And I believe that is going to be the last match for today. However, in just about 6 minutes, if we stay on schedule, we should be getting the map pool showcase for semifinals.
Everyone, get your predictions in on what you think the tiebreakers might be. Get yourselves excited for what the maps will be.
Oh yeah, tiebreaker hype, always there. Love to see what the map's going to be. I haven't gotten any hints from Sekre, aka Chicken Bible, yet. Maybe he'll fill me in. I think he can be casted for this. Let's take a look. Yeah, it is going to be Sekre and JBH that are going to be hopping in for the map pool showcase. I love our schedule. So we used, for the map pool showcase, we used to put map pool selectors versus Twitch chat. And then for this one, we have Philippines mappers versus other mappers. As we have seen, there has been quite a bit of Philippines maps so far in these map pools. Going to be a couple more minutes until the showcase here. We might be checking out the brackets in just a minute here. Until then, we can jam out to some of this good featured music by Jinkiha. Just gonna pretend I didn't butcher that. Sure I did.
So looking at the brackets for the semi-finals. So it looks like we're going to have Korea versus Italy and then China versus Hong Kong for the winners bracket.
Definitely going to be some spicy matches there. And then the next ones we're going to be seeing is going to be Canada versus Chile, Mexico versus Taiwan, I think it's Indonesia.
Yeah.
Indonesia versus Germany, and USA versus France. A rematch of USA versus France. So that one will definitely be interesting.
We've got some very, very good matches coming up. It's going to be very exciting.
So yeah, we'll have to see who moves on.
Got some predictions coming out. Coffin Dance tiebreaker.
Coffin Dance tiebreaker, that would be pretty hype. I don't know how many maps we have of that so far, but it would not surprise me to hear that one of the mappers has made one in the last couple weeks here.
Imperial Circus prediction.
Dragon Force? I love every time we reveal a featured artist.
So funny. I love it when the hints come out. It's just Dragon Force.
Dragon Force? Yeah, it's one of these days. It's going to be Dragon Force, and it's going to just blow everyone's mind. Everyone's going to freak out.
Okie dokie. So it looks like we might be ready to get into the map pool showcase for the semi-finals. So I am going to say goodbye. Say thank you so much, chat. You've been absolutely wonderful.
Yep, and this is going to be goodbye from me as well.
And we're going to be passing it over to GB Hyperion, Sekre, and Rugoku.
So yeah, guys, take it away, and thank you all for having us.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for introducing us. Hello, everybody. I am Sakurai, joined by my two friends, Map Pool Selector Rogoku, and my boy JBH. How are you guys doing today?
Really fine. I hope that everyone is going to enjoy the tiebreaker because but no, the semi-finals map pool is
Looks like we got a little bit of a static on Rogoku's end, so hopefully we'll try and get that fixed. But I'm your boy. I'm Sekra's boy.
Hell yeah, you're
How
my
cool
boy.
is that? But yeah, it's Map Pool Showcase time, semi-finals. Pool's getting super tricky, super spicy right now.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to some very interesting participation from all of our remaining teams. 12 teams remaining. Let's see what they got to look forward to very soon.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I think last round's map pool pretty good overall. Wouldn't you agree?
I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, there was quite a lot that was very interesting, much more varied than we've seen, which the map pool selectors were definitely saying that was something they were trying to get fixed. So hopefully that continues.
I think last week a lot of the people were saying a little bit easy on that side. So here we go. Gonna be bringing you a little bit of a step up in difficulty. We got PH Mapper Jamesu. We got DVP by Pup. Brand new features artist too. Only I think a few weeks old, if I'm correct.
Yeah, the announcement for Pup was about 4 weeks ago. This map is currently pending, and you can help push it towards ranked if you so desire. Very cool song, very high BPM, about 290, I think. And there's going to be some kind of very dense rhythms here, even though a lot of it is 1/2, so it doesn't feel quite as fast as you'd maybe think based on the BPM. But this one has a lot of direction changes, a lot of very snappy sliders, and high velocity as well.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at these little jumps over here. You can see a lot of far 1-1 jumps, even though it is 300 BPM, like you said. They are pretty far and pretty annoying to hit sometimes.
but at the same time the anti-fills are well pretty enough due to the fact that the CS is pretty low. It's CS3, so
yeah.
even with the speed, the anti-fills are pretty comfortable to hit. I think you have a bit of leeway, and it's definitely needed because the BPM is really high. It's almost 300 BPM, so.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing these hyper chains. It's kind of reminding me of JBH mapping a little bit. Seeing them back and forth.
I only helped him with a platter on this set, so you can't blame me for this particular one. But yeah, there are a couple of those side-to-side 1/2 hyper jumps that would, I guess, be equivalent to 1/4 jumps in any normal song, but this being so fast.
Oh yeah, especially with those strong horizontal 1-1 sliders that use that slider velocity change. I can see a lot of misses happening on those especially.
And interestingly as well, this is a punk rock song, so timing is maybe a little bit more tricky than you might expect. And towards this section at the end, there's a section that follows some vocal snapping that is a little bit strange, which will potentially trick some players out if they're not paying attention.
Oh gosh, yeah. I can see that now.
Yeah, thankfully the distancing is not too difficult, but
Yeah.
you need to make sure you don't dash a little bit too early, which is very possible.
Seemed very lenient at the end.
Okay, so we are coming to the second number. This is Arian World. This is a map by Dave. And this is a 160 BPM map, but it's mapped in mostly 1/3 and 1/6. So, and there are some 1/8 too. So it's definitely faster than it seems. Like if you only like take into account the BPM. This is mostly a map where people are going to be tested on their anti-flows and their ability to actually either wiggle or be really good at positioning, because there are some little triangles that are pretty hard. I don't know how do you wiggle them, but apparently Ken is pretty strong, so he's able to wiggle them. You can also like position them. In the first part it's pretty easy to position them, and it's the second half of the map it's becoming pretty hard because they are becoming higher and higher spaced. So this is not an easy map though.
Yeah, I saw those first little triples. I was like, Why are you wiggling this, Ken? I would always instinctively just stand still and hope I hit them.
Also, it's pretty hard to accuracy if you wiggle them, because if you wiggle them, if you don't wiggle them, you're not really in the exact rhythm of the like following slider, so it's really easy to miss a drop that. I almost have hit this with like 99.2% accuracy, so it's really easy to miss a bunch of droplets on this map.
I can see people trying to wiggle these patterns even if they don't need to, just to keep moving at the same rhythm and avoid kind of dropping out of the BPM and the snapping.
Exactly. But the map is pretty short, it's a bit under 2 minutes, so maybe this is going to be a popular pick. This is the kind of pick that you see in the beginning of the match, because this is a good pick to get into the groove of playing a match against your opponent, I think.
I could see it definitely being picked by some of the stronger teams into what they feel as the weaker teams, because this map looks a lot difficult than it usually is in this round.
So for the fun no mode, we have our consistency no mode. This is I.O. Shikaishi Himekazari. This is a map by Spectator. This is a pretty old map by Spectator, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. This map lasts 4 minutes and 2 seconds, so this is definitely a consistency pick because the pick is pretty long. Most of the distances and the jumps on this map are pretty high, so people need to be aware of that, but at the same time, because it's a consistency pick, it may be a bit easier than DVP or Avian World as we saw for the last 2 nomads, so this might be a pick that the weaker team in the opposite might want to pick in order to play on the nerves of their opponents.
Yeah, I kind of agree. It looks like it's pretty standard from what you would normally expect out of a spectator map.
Yeah.
Kind of 200 BPM. The only thing that is a little bit different is the AR 9.7, which is pretty high for a nomad.
This is pretty high.
Yeah.
Well, we saw DVP actually coming in at an approach rate 9.8 of the first pick, so I mean, with 296 BPM, then an approach rate that high is kind of fitting.
Yeah, very
on this one, you really feel the fact that the approach rate is a bit higher than normal, because this is 210 BPM, so this is quite fast still, but you might expect something like 9.6 or 9.5 for this kind of BPM, and you really feel that the map is pretty fast. But because there are some jumps and the map is pretty like highly distance snapped, it's not that hard to follow the rhythm. There are no sections that are especially tricky to read, so I don't think this is going to be the main point of difficulty.
I saw a little bit of a tricky section that had a lot of 1/4 anti-flows. It had 2 1/4 anti-flows back. That looked a little bit hard, especially for players possibly coming into this thinking that it's an easier pick.
Yeah, this looks like one of those picks that doesn't have many huge difficulty spikes, but is just consistently difficult throughout. You can see we're halfway through and we're already approaching 1,000 combo right now. So single misses are not going to be hugely punishing for players on either team. But anyone who can maintain that kind of big combo for a long period is potentially going to give their team a huge early advantage that they can rely on later when things start to get stamina draining.
Exactly. At the same time, this is, I think, because like Spectator's map are pretty popular in CTV world, a lot of people are used to play this kind of map maybe, and people tend to be stronger at pure jumping than, for example, something that is streamy or techy. So this map, I think, will still be, maybe it's not as easy as it looks, but I think this is still going to be the kind of map that a weaker team wants to pick against a stronger team, because it's pretty easy to actually miss, and I think that there are some players in this tournament that are extremely consistent, so they can really FC that like no problem. So I think that we might see a lot of strategies on this map. Maybe this is not going to be as picked as maybe Avian mode by the stronger team, but there are some extremely good consistent players, so they might want to actually pick this map in order to play on the last plan.
I actually see a lot of hyper dashes coming in at the end.
Yeah, the hyper dash bag had just a few left in it, so we'll liberally sprinkle some hyper dashes in at the end there. Very intense ending, befitting of a song like this. And yeah, that one's going to be No Mod 3 closed out.
So for the fourth nomad, we have, as always, our gimmicker pick. This is the Shuttle Time by FD Flowit. This is a map that is CS5 and AR 8.8, so this is going to be extremely tricky to read and to play, only based on the stat. But in general, the map is also pretty hard because there are a lot of jumps that are higher with a pretty tight distance and a lot also of anti-flows. You see some patterns that you don't really see in your standard CTB maps that are ranked, and this is mostly reminiscent maybe of a mix of maybe an old convert and an old specific. There are some patterns that you don't really see every day, like, and I think this is pretty fitting for a gimmick pick because, well, not only the map is hard to read, but the patterns are pretty hard to play. Also, this map is pretty hard to hack. There are some sliders and slider hippers, and these droplets that are sticking out of the sliders might be tricky. Maybe some teams want to avoid them on purpose in order to, well, keep their combo instead of their accuracy. So
yeah, you really aren't kidding with some tricky slider positioning there. I'm not sure what the snapping was on those extended sliders. Was that 1/8 or where you had to kind of keep dashing in one direction? There's some tap dashing on vertical patterns. Yeah, this really is far and away the technical pick of the round.
Yeah, this really does not look that fun for a player. If you're coming in with a lot of nerves, seeing all these wiggles at AR 8.8, you're just like, do I really want to play this right now as a pick? So
also it's CS5, so now definitely.
When I first saw this pick on the selection sheet, I thought, oh, CS5 AR 8.8, that should be a hidden pick, right? And now I'm seeing the map. I'm so glad that you did not pick it for hidden, because that would have been truly evil.
Extremely hard in hidden.
I also do want to give a shout out to FD Floyd for mapping Maple Story. Good taste.
So for the first converted pick and the fifth nomad of the pool, we have I Love You. I don't really know how to say this, but this is a featured artist song, and this is a converted pick, a pretty recent convert. It was ranked like this year or the year before. I'm not really sure.
September 2019, so yeah, about 9 months old.
This is a pretty comfortable map, but the difficulty of the map is that it's pretty dense, even at 200 BPM and AR 9.4. It's still pretty dense. All of the patterns seem extremely stretched in the horizontal axis, so there are some patterns that are extremely tricky to read, and also you need to be extremely wary of the sudden difficulty spikes. And for example, there's a spinner trap at one point, but this is not really hard with training, but there are some sort of little traps for the map that may trip up some players. But this is going to be the comfortable convert pick. I think most of the teams that are pretty good in convert are going to like this map because it's pretty easy for a converted pick. There are not a lot of edge jumps. This is mostly a dance and a denser and split pick, and the ending is extremely tough. You are going to see.
Yeah, I saw a spinner about 100 combo go. I was like, that spinner isn't that great. You start on the right side, it goes immediately to the left, and then there's a little bit of a trap. These streams also. Ooh.
Yeah, the density there looked kind of really tricky. I think it's offset a little bit by the circle size being 3.5, so you don't quite need to tap dash for as many of these densely snapped patterns as you might think. Although there are no huge kind of edge dashes, there's still quite a lot of micro movement going to be required in these streams.
Exactly. And the end is extremely crazy. You have a lot of micro movement, a lot of really weird like hippo dash to trip that pattern. There are a lot of these patterns for the map, but on the end they are starting to become really hard, and you need to position yourself, even if it's CS 3.5, you need to position yourself pretty well for the stacks. So,
You know, Goku, I'm looking at this replay, I'm thinking, did you or Ken play this?
it's me.
I was gonna say, if it was Ken, he would have been wiggling those. I don't even know how many
It's me.
BPM those were. I challenge you, Ken, to wiggle those stacks now.
I'm not that fast. So for the last no-mode, we have Kyokyo no Fortunate Polka. This is converted pick again, and this is our consistency converted pick. This map is extremely long. It's 4 minutes and 39 seconds. And I think it has almost 2000 combos, so this is an extremely long map. With the first half being pretty easy, but the map ramps up in difficulty. And this is a pretty hard map. This is one of the maps I think we are not going to see a lot of FC, because this is not only AR9, so AR9 is, well, for at this level of difficulty for some players, it's starting to become pretty hard to read and play at the same time. A map that is really hard with really tough patterns, but also it's 4 minutes and 49 seconds, so extremely long.
That stream right there looked really brutal. I don't know if people are gonna be wiggling that or play walking it.
It's not as tough as it looks, but I think with this skin, you think it's a bit harder than it is.
Again, this is circle size 3.5 again as well, so they look more comfortable to stack than they maybe first appeared, but again, if you're comfortable wiggling things, like, I could see people wiggling that pattern, but also I could see people trying to wiggle, overshooting, and then making it just impossible to hit the next thing, so plate walking is maybe the better option there.
Honestly, I think that... Yeah, sorry.
It does seem that a recurring trend in this Nomon map pool is that low circle size, big wiggles.
I mean, we need to compensate because low circle size is, well, easier. Circle size is like this the only stat in the game where it's relatively easy to say, well, if it's higher, it's harder. So with a low circle size, we need to compensate with harder patterns and things that you don't see every time. So, but the map pool as a whole, besides the shuttle time, is mostly low circle size if you're talking about normal at least.
Yeah.
And I think that the map ramps up in difficulty now. The first 900 combo for teams of this caliber, the teams that managed to survive until semifinals, I think is pretty comfortable, because even though there's these like weird streams that you need to either work or like wiggle, I don't think it's that hard for teams at this point. But starting from now, there are some edges that are starting to appear on the map, and edge jumps are a pretty big choke point in converted picks, and the map is becoming faster also.
I saw a lot of edge jumps before and after those weird slider shapes, and I think it's going to be very, like, not easy, but it's going to be much easier for people to just ignore droplets entirely on some of those sections in order to maintain combo. Because following the slider precisely might put you at an extreme disadvantage for catching the upcoming fruit if there happens to be an edge dash there.
Exactly.
Another thing is, I'm not sure if we've mentioned it, but usually with these converted maps, you would see the AR being a little bit higher. In this one, it is AR9, so it is on the lower end by quite a bit. Similar to, I think it was Treason from last round.
Treason was 9.2, I think, but yeah, it's definitely on the lower end.
You expect it to be a little bit higher, but it being this low is a little bit off-putting for some players, I'd assume.
But still, this is not, because the map is not really dense. I think it's not as bad. It's not as bad as it was, for example, DVP in AR9, but still those patterns, because some of these patterns are really stretched. Horizontally, sometimes with sliders, for example, you can have trouble like calculating the distance at this kind of AR. I think that AR9 is still comfortable for a lot of players, Even though it's true that the standard is mostly becoming 9.3. I think that for this kind of map, AR9 seems to be fitting for a lot of players. So.
Am I imagining things, or did the song speed up ever so slightly towards the end there?
Yeah, a bit.
Is there a little bit of a BPM change? That could easily catch people out on a map that long.
So, we are coming into the best mode. This is Off-Brand, a map by Crowley. This is an AR 8.6 CS5 map, so sorry Crowley, because I know you wanted to play a Crowley map in Hidden. This is the low AR map of this pool, and this map is hard. This is pretty hard. It's CS5, so this is the first difficulty because CS5 is harder with Hidden. CS is one of those things that Hidden is making a bit harder, and the AR is 8.6, and the map is full of wiggles, so you need to be in rhythm, and most of the wiggles on this map requires you to dash, so you really need to be on rhythm on this kind of pick.
Oh yeah, this looks, even just the first 300 or so combos looks so brutal. I can't imagine really playing this in a tournament match. Thank God I don't play it.
I think that people were thinking that Hidden was a bit of an easier pool. It's true that we were a bit soft on the previous round, so
yeah,
we tried to ramp up in difficulty and pick a really hard lawyer Hidden that is most likely going to be perma-picked, I guess, by every team in the tournament. No, I'm joking. But the map is extremely fun, though. Honestly, it follows the music pretty well. So if you're used to this kind of rhythm, it's pretty hard. It's pretty easy to actually FC. It took me one try to FC the map, so it's not that tough. And also a lot of the really hard parts are in TI mode, so you can wait a little on the bottom side of your screen if you have trouble playing these kind of wiggles with Hidden.
Yeah, that's true. It does make it a little bit easier, at least.
Okay, so sight read FC-able. Nobody needs to practice this map, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Lexi, I'm calling for you to FC this sight read. If you don't FC it, I disown you.
No pressure.
So for the second Hidden, it's a bit of a different approach. It's in Talent Trader by Spectacle. This is an extremely old map. This is a 2012 map. And this is not really the same Spectator as the Spectator in normal. You are going to see that this map is featuring patterns that you do not see anymore in CTB mapping because they are considered, they do not abide by ranking criteria, firstly. But secondly, this kind of map is mostly reminiscent of a converted pick with some anti-flow sliders. At the same time, it's AR9, so it's easier to read, I guess, than Off-Brand, for example. But the map is still extremely old and based around mostly vertical patterns, which are not something that we see anymore, and some sort, I guess you can call them stealth, but these are more like triple anti-flow sliders instead of stealth. So
I find it interesting that you said approach rate 9 would be easier to read, considering this is 280 BPM and lots of kind of vertical tap dashing 1/4 patterns. I think some people maybe disagree with you on that one.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on the kind of player you are, but I think that AR9, even on this kind of, people, when they play Hidden, if they are not Hidden main, they tend to play Hidden starting from AR9, so maybe they are more used to this kind of stuff. And even though it's 280 BPM, it's not like the map is filled with extremely tough streams, so there are some patterns that are hard to read, but I don't think that reading is pure reading is going to be the main difficulty. This is mostly the patterns. You need to know how to play these patterns with Hidden because it's true that they are pretty tricky. And I mean, you don't really see them on other maps, so
Yeah, very true. These very vertical streams are something that you just don't see anymore. And unless you've played a lot of these maps for a long time, probably not going to have a good time on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of patterns where you're effectively standing still for quite a long time, and it's going to be very easy to dash away from them too early in anticipation of the next note.
I think that this happens a lot more than people think. Like, if you, because it's not always obvious to like know at which point you need to dash out from the vertical. Because from time to time there are like 4 foot vertical, but from time to time there are 6 or 3 foot, and you don't really know. You really need to listen to the song and the hit sound in order to catch this pattern. You need to really be focused.
You know, one thing I'm also noticing is a little bit more mappers are kicking in, but on these 1-1 sliders that have been disappearing throughout the map, it feels like it's a little off-timed on the vocals, that being a remnant of a 2012 map.
Yeah, it's a bit... I think it's off-time for the vocals, but it might be on time with the instrumental.
Yeah, it is. So like the vocal happens on the 1/4 in the middle, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's going to definitely throw off some people, I feel. Going to make it a lot harder than it usually should be.
So for the last map we have Emzor Lotus. If you search this on YouTube, you are going to see that the background is a frog, so everything always loops back to the frog. This is an CS 5.3 and AR 9.2 map. These are stats that you don't really see a lot, CS 5.3 especially. This is a map that does not require a lot of movements, but every single movement is going to matter because this is a micro movement map, and at this CS with Hidden, it's pretty tough, especially since it's a techie song, what I call a techie song. It's pretty hard to know when you need to dash. You have these foot into hyper into foot patterns, which are pretty tough to actually time in Hidden, especially on the converted pick, because they do not follow the standard like twice points that you might notice on the musics in general. But the map is extremely fun. I think this is going, if there's a hidden pick that is going to be popular, it might be this one, even though it's CS 5.3 and it's pretty hard to play.
Yeah, this one definitely caters to the non-hidden players of the pool, I'd say. It's more so based on, can you hit these patterns just in general, I think.
But it's still, I think it's a bit harder with hidden because these are still micro movements, so these are one of the patterns that are easier to miss if you can't read hidden, because from time to time you can like under dash or over dash, especially since every single one of these dash are extremely small. It's easy to like maybe not even see that you need to dash. You might think that you can walk some of these patterns, especially in the beginning. There are some patterns that you strangely need to dash, and it's going to be, I think, maybe a popular pick for teams that are weaker with hidden, but they know that they are better on this kind of map, so they might want to pick this one. The map is pretty short though, so it's under 2 minutes. So, as we finished with the hidden pool, we are coming to the hard work pool. Hard work pool is the first map, which is BS Power Explosion. This is a map by Lacrima, and this is mostly a more generic map for hard work, but there are some little like streams that you need to be extremely good at, because you need to, because of the higher CS of hard work in general, you need to be more precise on every pattern. But also there are some patterns that are pretty tough to read, especially because there are some big sliders, and after each of the big sliders there's a jump. The jump might or might not be close to the catcher and the position of the last foot, so you need to maybe memorize the position of the next foot, because it's going to be pretty tough, especially in the first big slider happen. But this is not really a memorization map. This is mostly a specific, standard specific hard rock pick. People are going to pick it, especially because it's on the shorter side. It's 2 minutes 17, so people might want to pick this one because it's a really stable pick, I think.
Yeah, very new map being brought to the pending section about 3 months ago. Fairly comfortable and clean for the most part, as is very commonly seen in Lacrima's style. Similar to how we saw Regrets from the previous Hard Rock pool, Lacrima's also a person who maps a lot of streams with kind of very smooth and comfortable flow, and Hard Rock doesn't often take too kindly to those types of streams.
Exactly.
So there will be some deformed streams like that just there. I'm sure.
Yeah, is that
Stekra, you were instantly about to pick
yeah,
I wasn't already talking.
It's
I
actually easier to hit that it looks like you just need to you don't need to wiggle them, you need to go in the same direction, but you have this kind of really weird pattern that you need to learn a bit how they work before playing them, because it's mostly a harder thing, I guess.
Yeah, when I was first seeing this map in like the first 1,000 combo, I was like, oh, this kind of seems like a cleaner version of Solos. But then I saw a little bit of the ending where there's two parts.
It's actually not that hard to hit. I even made Ken, who doesn't really read AR10, hit this. So. For the second hard rock, we have Magical Musical Master. This is a map by Wakma, and this is a deluge difficulty. This is, I think, more akin to a consistency map with hard rock. It's a bit longer than the last one, but a lot of the hard parts on this map are also about streams, but mostly about hedge jumps. There are a lot of hedge jumps that you might not see by looking at the map like that, but especially after like the slider, you have a slider, an hyper dash, and another slider. The first jump towards the hyper dash is actually, it's not a big edge jump, but it's an edge jump. There are some hyper dashes that I don't know if they disappear or if it's the normal jump that gets pushed really on the opposite direction, but there are some normal dashes that are pretty tough. All in all, it's still pretty easy map to do a good score on, but it's hard to see. I think that most of the time on this map I did 1 and 2 misses, and I have seen only one, so it's pretty hard to FC because you need to stay consistent during the whole map, and these streams, well, they change rhythm, they change direction, it can be tough.
It's an interesting comment you made there. I've just looked at the beatmap description for this, and Rockman's description is, what the hell, this map is too hard, oh my god, Rockman map. And I mean, you obviously didn't think it was hard enough because you put it in a hard rock pool.
Well, I think that with hard rock it's actually it's pretty fun to play with hard rock. With normal the map is extremely good, but it would have been too easy for this kind of round. Anyway.
It looks like it's a very slider heavy map, so there's not a lot of deformation in terms of streams and triplets as well. It's mostly just the reduced fruit size and obviously the higher precision required by the looks of things.
But no spin-or swaps on this one. So... Oh, maybe there's one. A really slight spin-or swap in the beginning.
I think the first one.
Yeah.
But the person who did the replay, you, didn't spin at all.
This is. I was so happy to see that I forgot to put a custom name. This is the first time I think that you see the Goku play.
Right.
Yeah.
Who comes up with all the custom names for the replays? Do you all kind of do your own, or?
Yeah, we all do our own. Sometimes while we're stuck, we don't have any ideas, so we just ask if someone has an idea. But most of the time, we come up with our own custom apps. And I was really happy, so I didn't spin because I was nervous because there's a pattern after the stream.
Yeah, a little hyperchain to watch out for at the end.
Yeah.
Didn't want to get spin trapped.
I never put patterns after spinners in the end of my maps. Who would even do that?
So for the last map, we have Grenades into Darkness. Tamame's bootleg edit. This is a really long name. This is a converted pick, a really short converted pick. This is like TV size, this is 1 minute and 29 seconds. This is a pretty easy map, I think. This is one of the maps that is going to be the most popular because it's extremely intense, not a lot of deformation due to hard work, and it's mostly like a giant stream. Not a really like fast stream, but it's a giant string of nodes doing TVSI. So I think this is going to be a popular pick. You still need to be careful of these little like hard work still deforms some of the patterns, so you need to be careful and move more than you would in Nomad, especially in the ending part, because there's a lot of pretty slight micro movements. So.
Yeah, interesting to see in this pool that we don't see anything with significantly smaller fruit size. There, everything is circle size 5.2. We got no skies over, no sun and moon. So this is definitely more about patterning and the rhythms rather than the precision of very small fruit size.
Exactly.
Yeah,
all in all, like the CS on the pool overall is lower, I think, than
yeah. I'd agree. This map is relatively more standard for a convert than you would expect as well.
Yeah. And it's already over, so this map
like that.
really goes fast. Yeah. It's really fast. As we are coming to double time with WTF. This is a map by Hyperion, GD Hyperion. Sorry, I have trouble with letters in English.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you Hyperion.
That's fine.
This is an AR 8.5 pick with a really pretty small CS. This is a CS 3.2 map, but this map is pretty tough. This is one of the maps I had the hardest time, I think. The first half of the map is a pretty good warm-up for what's going to come. On the last KI, this is mostly a technical pick with DT, so you need to be extremely precise, even though it's CS 3.2, because there's a lot of anti-flows and, dash distances that are tighter than most range. So also the wisdom is,
yeah, the BPM of this one without double time is quite low at about 128, so a lot of the rhythm is very 1-4 intensive, and there's also a lot of quarter distance tap dashing as well, which becomes pretty tricky at the 190 BPM that this works out with when double time has been added.
Exactly, yeah. But the map really ramps up in difficulty. The first half of the map is honestly not that bad, but starting from the second half, the patterns, you need to be extremely fast to catch some of them. Not because they are extremely fast by themselves, but because there are a lot of direction changes and slight movements that you need to do.
Yeah, a lot of these patterns are a little reminiscent of Pepe from last round. Like those little wiggles that you had at the 200 combo mark, but it is obviously a lot more difficult because it happens pretty much everywhere.
And
wow, imagine placing notes after a spinner.
I know! I said I would never do this, but I did it about 3 times in a row on this one pick.
Yeah. So for the second map, people are going or not going to be happy because this is our first AR9 plus DT pick. This is Zetsubo no Fushi by Nelly. And this is an AR9 pick. I think that this is something that a lot of people are afraid of because they cannot read this AR. This is AR 10.3 if I'm not mistaken. And there are a lot of players that are trouble reading this kind of AR. However, the map by itself is pretty easy. This map is pretty flowy. It's long, so maybe people that are not people that are not able to read this kind of AR might have trouble because the map is so long. But on 75% of the map, this map is extremely flowy, so you really just need to be in rhythm. But there are some change in timing that and some streams that might be a bit harder to hit for some players.
Yeah, there was a time when Senya used to be a staple in the double time pool, making
Yeah.
his first appearance in CWC this year. As you said, approach rate 10.3 with DT and 3 minutes in length. This is going to be a pretty draining reading test for anyone who is not a speed junkie.
I mean, for Senya plus DT, most of the time tends to be a converted pick, but this time it's a specific pick. And also AR9, Senya's plus DT tends to be also AR8, but this is an AR9 Senya specific. This is different, I guess, than the usual Senya picks that we see in tournaments.
Yeah, I believe there's actually quite a few DTFCs on this map. A lot of players.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Well,
Maybe like 20 DTFC, I think.
Quite flowy overall, and not too many huge 1/2 dash distances as well.
So, with the final DT, this is a converted pick. This is Toa no Maigo. Some people might know this map from OWC, but this is the converted pick. This is AR 8.2, so this is the lower AR pick from the DT pool, but because this is a lower AR pick, well, this might be one of the toughest picks to SC. This is a pick that is not... I think that during the previous pools, we tended to pick maps that were based on stream and micro movements for the DT converted pick. This one is mostly based around overall jumping and overall consistency. This is a pretty tough map to FC. I think there's only one FC by one page, but this is really fun to play with DT. This is a map that is almost made for DT because I don't know, it feels really good to play with DT. These patterns are pretty flowy, but because this is a converted pick, the distances can be a bit tough, and you need to be pretty precise on every anti-flow, because else you are going to miss the slide, the tail of the slide or the, I don't know. There are a lot of choke points on this map.
Yeah, although it is very jump heavy as a converted difficulty, there is quite a lot of micro movement, as you can see there, right? Yeah. Repetitive balancing, little streams. Some of the half streams can be stacked, some of them you got to move just ever so slightly for. And I think the difference between micro moving in the little streams and then the big 1/2 dash distances, kind of going from low momentum to high momentum, is going to be a real key skill here.
Exactly. I don't know if we are going to see. So for the moment, there is only one FC on the leaderboard with DT, but we are going to see if every team is going to try on FC this one. I think this is going to be a popular pick, though.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be many SSs, though. That's a pretty good SS.
Yeah, I know. I'm really stupid.
It was all a dream. It wasn't really an SS. It was just a dream.
Yeah. I see what you did there. Hyperion coming in strong.
Anyway, tiebreaker time. I haven't seen anyone guess it this week either.
Yeah, this is Raccoon Factory Hyperion. This is a map made by Hyperion, and this is 5-minute tiebreaker, of course, because this is a tiebreaker, CS4 and AR 9.5. So this is, I think, the standard AR for this kind of difficulty, this kind of pick. But on this map, you have a lot of speed and tech elements, so it can be pretty hard to actually read some of these patterns. I'm going to let you present them because I think you are going to do a better job at it than me.
I think it'll be a bit sad if I talk about it for the whole 5 minutes, so I guess I'll just discuss a little bit. There's a very calm kind of introduction period with just some 1-1 and 1/2 distances, a spinner, and then we build into obviously more intense sections. The map is mostly built around streaming and also a lot of strong 1/2 dash distances as well. And it's going to build up into a lot of more intense sections later on with some very kind of high density and also a lot more strange slider shapes and very snappy transitions as well.
Yeah, also I think that the music is changing throughout the map, and on, for example, near the 1500 combo map, you have some sort of really streamy part because the map is becoming fast, but there are some times where the map is mostly based on doublets and the map is really changing. It was pretty hard to FC actually. It took me quite a long time, but it was extremely fun to play for the time I tried to to FC the map.
What do you mean? You're not playing this. I see JP Hyperion playing this.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I didn't know how good I was at the game until I just practiced this map over and over again.
Yeah, this is a really fun game. I think that one for the players that are able to play this kind of map like really well, and they want to go for an FC in tournament, one key spot to actually look for is this spot at 900 combo and the spot at the faster stream spot at 1600 combo, because this is quite a bit faster than the rest of the map, so it's easy to miss. Especially the aftermath of the stream is easy to miss.
Yeah, there's a guitar solo coming up after this KI section, and then two very kind of interesting high slider velocity sections that have slightly weird snapping that can definitely catch people out. So I'll be interesting to see how Sekra's reaction is to that one if this is the first time you're seeing this map.
Oh boy, I can't wait, honestly.
The music is really good though.
Yeah, so we have a little breakdown section here after that second KI with some little DJ scratching going on, some odd snapping, and then we come into a more intense section with a guitar solo and a kind of token death stream that is obviously required for such a map.
Karim, you better be taking notes. You're going to be playing this next week, aren't you?
Yeah, Italy have had just a few tiebreakers so far.
So this is a fast stream section, so it's quite easy to miss most of my misses. I think when playtesting this map was on, not the stream actually, but the aftermath of the stream, because I was really nervous. It was 3 minutes or something in a map. You see a big stream and you just missed after because it's hard. But yeah. There's a little like
Sorry, go
break
on.
time, I guess. This is hard, but it's a bit easier, so you have time to recover from the whole stream section, because the map is not over and there's still a lot of hard patterns.
Yeah, this rhythm is more of what's been seen earlier, but the dash distancing is getting stronger, the slider velocity is getting a little stronger. There's more of those little wiggling patterns. We have one more intense section coming up now, and then the song actually is like a mix of two songs together, and the very last kind of 30 seconds is a completely different song entirely, so you'll see the rhythm completely change up here. So now there's much more of an emphasis on 1/2 dash distancing and really big spacing back to back, and much less in the way of streamy patterns.
And it's actually the very end of the map is extremely stressful, because this is still intense. You tend to see on this kind of long maps, a really slow ending, but this, it's really intense. Even
yeah, there's a lot of 1/4 and some 1/6 patterns there towards the end, so definitely something that could catch people out if they're moving too quickly or just stressed out from the previous 2,300 combo.
Guys, he didn't put a note after the spinner.
No, I wanted to add something into the MP3, but no, I'm not that mean.
An applause section with a really big spinner. So, thanks everyone for watching the semifinals map pool showcase. This was Rugoku. I hope that players are going to have a lot of fun playing the map pool, and the spectators are going to have a lot of fun watching the map pool, because I think that a lot of these maps are really, really hype. I think that a lot of these maps are going to, go down through the maybe last second of the map. We are going to see maybe some big swings. So we will see how this will develop, but I hope that everyone will have fun with this map pool. And if you have any additional words, Hyperion or Sekra?
Nothing really. I just great to obviously have your input on the map pool once again. We've got a lot of very more interesting picks this week that are going to be a great challenge, and I look forward to seeing how everyone copes with them in the upcoming week. Anything from you, Sekra?
No, that's about it, I think.
Okay, so thank you again, Rogaku, for your great help. We've got a semi-final stage coming up next week. 16 teams have started and 4 have left. Philippines, Poland, Belgium and Russia have all met an unfortunate end. They've done really well to get this far, but 12 teams remain, and here you can see the matches that we'll be contesting on this semi-finals map pool in the following week. We're going to have Korea versus Italy and China versus Hong Kong in the winners bracket. 4 teams remain, and then let's just drop down to the losers bracket and we'll see some more matches. Sekra, do you want to take us through those?
Yeah, sure. We got Canada versus Chile. Pretty hype match, I'd say, coming in for the first match of the losers bracket, followed by Mexico, Taiwan, Indonesia, Germany, and then my team USA versus France. Happening again.
Yeah, USA France was it at this stage as well from the losers or the winners bracket or the losers bracket last year? Was it a little later
I
on?
think
It was
yeah.
a lot later, I think.
Oh, maybe I think it was one later. I don't think it was.
losers finals. I
Oh.
can check the map pool real quick from last year and see.
In terms of rematches, though, we do have Chile versus Canada, which was a group stage matchup, I believe, where Canada took a little bit of a surprising win, I think 5-3. So Chile may be looking for a little bit of revenge, hoping that their team scales better in the harder map pool.
Yeah, we're actually getting quite a few group stage rematches, which is a little surprising considering, this is the earliest that they can appear.
But yeah, that's going to conclude our quarterfinals coverage for this year's Catch World Cup. We'll be back again next week with semi-final stage. Do stay tuned to the OS Live channel to get notified of when we go live, and also follow us on Twitter as well to get more updates on when matches are taking place. Schedules will be out as soon as we're able to bring them to you. But otherwise, it's going to be thank you very much from myself and the rest of the commentators and streaming team. And thank you, obviously, massive thanks to everyone who turned out in the Twitch chat for supporting your teams, discussing the matches and the pools. Hope you've had a great weekend and are looking forward to more great matches next weekend. We'll see you all very, very soon.